Well, Tim, wasn't it nice to have an excuse to listen through to those tracks again that we did for the Ridettes?
It was, yes, The Journey. Really nice album hearing that again. Yeah.
I think the mixes and the mastering sounds fab. I'm
Yep.
really pleased with the sound of the horns and the band overall.
I was very flattered as well. The first two tracks on the album both have horns on.
Yeah, I think we just got lucky there.
Yes.
But actually, I thought we should talk first of all about the last one we recorded, because I think it's quite different from the other two, and that was the arrangement you did for Another Day of Summertime, and which we recorded with a four-piece section straight down with trumpet, tenor, alto, and trombone. That's right. We did that one with trombone. And to me, what I really like about that arrangement is that it's got a sort of light township vibe about it. It's very kind of a lot of mid-band stuff sitting inside the track, but very lyrical lines and lots of harmonies, and it's got a really nice swinging feel inside the track. So I think it does a really nice job, and it was good to hear it again and hear how well it sits in the track.
Well, thank you, Simon. I mean, one of the things that was nice for me was that Max actually said very little about what he wanted apart from a trumpet solo. And because the song works so well in itself, I actually found it remarkably easy to find the right things to do, because just if a song structure is good in itself and the song works, it's so much easier to add instruments to, because it's clear what works and what doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
So that was a huge pleasure, and I did think, you know, the African township thing went really well with the whole
It's nice.
summertime, you know.
Yeah, that feeling with the acoustic guitar and the nice vocals and organ and the BVs on the bridge, and also those, apart from the harmony stuff, there's also a couple of really nice true unison lines in mid band which sat really well.
Yeah.
Did a good job. So very very nice arrangement, and lovely to hear it again, and amazing to hear Ryan's solo on it. I mean, A, it was a nice solo in the middle, but B, for him to solo over the top of all this stuff was going on and put an ending on it was just lovely.
Yeah.
And I was actually quite pleased and surprised. It's funny, isn't it, when you come back to hearing something, having not worked on it for a while. I was so pleased with the way the trumpet sat, because I remember thinking at the time, oh, that's a bit too much, all that trumpet going on over the outro, there's all these lines going on and everything else, but actually when you hear it back, it just sounds like a really nice groovy band having a good time.
Yeah, and it's one of the great things about Ryan, the great Ryan Quigley, who we use a lot. He just knows the right things to play in that kind of situation, and his performance in the section as well is always absolutely spot on and precise, and again that makes our job much easier, because we just sit behind him and everyone plays together as a section, which is great. The first track that we played for the Rideouts though was I think it's the second track on the album, isn't it? Super Funky.
That's right, yeah.
And that was one that you did.
That's
and,
right. Lovely brief, old school funky, Funkadelic meets James Brown.
Yeah.
Which sort of was like saying, oh, have a good time.
Yeah, well, I saw that brief and I thought, this is one for Simon. Really.
Oh, that's kind.
And I think you smashed it, actually. It did all those things. And it really featured the baritone this time.
Yes.
Which is great as part of that James Brown sort of sound.
Yeah.
Quite saxophone heavy. I don't think there's trombone on that one, was there?
No, let me get it the right way around. No, I can't remember off the top of my head now. Can't see my notes.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, I'd reiterate what Tim said about the previous track, which is when you have songs to work on as an arranger, if the structure of the song is clear and the different sections of the song are doing the right job, it makes your job so much easier. You sometimes have the job as an arranger where you feel like you're sort of pasting over the cracks or trying to make something happen that's not within the song, and with both the ones I worked on, both of which were funky songs, it was a similar kind of role in a way, in that there's a fantastic sort of groove from the drums and the bass, and it makes it such fun, because you're just looking for little hooky lines that sit inside the rhythm that's already there.
Yeah.
And just add a bit of phrasing, and again the way the BVs tend to work on the choruses of just adding sort of width. You know, you can contribute to that with the horns by adding weight, you know, across the chord. so that you add a real sense of power when you come into the chorus, and then a few funky twiddles on the end of each four
Yeah,
bars,
yeah.
and it kind of does the right job. And lovely percussion on that, and great rhythm section. So
Yeah.
real fun to
Yeah,
arrange.
yeah. And you worked on another tune on the album, which was the opening track on the album.
Which is Perfect Man,
Perfect
indeed.
Man, yeah.
So this is actually one that we worked as a three-piece with baritone. So there's no trombone on this track. I think it was the first one we did. And for me, when I first heard the track, I just thought, oh, Stevie, because of all that amazing kind of clav part.
Yeah.
It's just so groovy, and it was just really, again, the same kind of job in a way, adding weight to the choruses, adding some nice funky groovy parts, and it was just real fun, A, to write, and B, to play. We had such a good time in the studio recording it, and it's nice to be reminded of how good it all sounds.
Yeah,
So,
and talk about fun to play. It was lovely to be invited to play live with the band. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for one reason and another. But it would be
not yet.
Not yet, but it would be lovely to get the chance to play those tunes live
Yes, it would be
with
great
the band,
fun.
because it's we've never actually met you, of course, you
Yeah.
Ride Out people.
Yes.
But it's always enjoyable chatting to you by email and everything. And we wish you all the best for the album, and we look forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Great work, guys. It's a lovely record and lovely songs and real fun to record on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.